Shit, thank you for the extra coats. What do I always do? Extra coat of arrogant, extra coat of armor.
Are you the leader of the Covenant?
Chief, no. I am just Brooke with a bad hair unit. Every night!
We're gonna get right off into the Hogan shit now. I guess that's what the chat wants, right? Yeah, I got the Pedro shit in here somewhere. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Let me see. How am I gonna attack this shit? Well, first, yeah, but I'm not sure if you got everything I need for the Hulk Hogan shit. Must be somebody black in the costume. Of course. They arrested this dude for doing something. You got Pedro Pascal, all Pedro Pascal clips too? The fact that you niggas think Hulk Hogan is in hell because he called somebody the N-word is crazy. But you niggas will say RIP to a rapper and shit, looking, damn, I hope such and such is in heaven, gang. Like, he really a good nigga. Exactly. Facts. Damn, Silky and Connie are beefing? Or is this just like a little playful post? Alright, if it's like some shit I don't want to respond to or talk about, I'm gonna ignore it. I kind of want to just do my bookmarks first, to be honest. It's more organized for me. Alright, so
in this game, you know the rules.
I'm gonna do my shit first. Wait, hold on. Don't tell. Wait, is Kai really live right now for the Drake shit or not? Or is he doing NBA Youngboy? There's too much fuckery in here, bro. Like, some of the shit already got books for it. God damn. That's best we start off with fucking reacts now, shit. God, oh, fuck, oh. This shit worse than a Discord folder, shit. Alright, let me see where we at, Alright, let me go to my shit for the Hogan shit, alright? So as you guys know, Hulk Hogan unfortunately has passed away at, let me see, I think he was 70 or 71 years old. We'll get off into that later, alright? I really wish you would have bundled the did you bundle the Pedro Pascal shit up into one? 71 years old. I'll repeat the sentence again, give me a minute. Let me find my post. Gotta go all the way down. Anytime I don't stream, I got way too many bookmarks, alright? You bundled Hulk? Alright, let me just, you know. I forgot because he died today. So it's like, I'm gonna have to like stumble and bumble all over my shit. Ah, man, fuck. Just started there, you know what I mean? So unfortunately today, Hulk Hogan has died at age 71. I see a lot of rugs. You know, I'm just gonna use that as a nice word today. I see a lot of rugs making fun of this. And here's the thing, I feel like a lot of these rugs don't understand why they dislike Hulk Hogan, but I'm gonna tell you why they dislike Hulk Hogan. Let's be real, rugs do everything. They go with everything that's popular. So if one rug says, you know what, fuck Hulk Hogan, the rest of the rugs are gonna say it. Niggas are just followers, basically. The real reason why blacks, they remember were mad is because there was a call that Hulk Hogan had with his daughter that I guess she was recording or something like that, and he got pissed off that she had a black boyfriend. Now, let's be real. Anybody here who has interracially dated, you know what time it is, brother. Your biggest fear is meeting your white girl's parents because you're thinking like, damn, what are they gonna think about me? And I would say the biggest fear for a white father has to be your daughter bringing home a black guy. Like, imagine you're a white father and your first grandchild is literally a biracial anthro. You got a blonde hair, blue-eyed daughter. First grandchild at biracial anthro? Damn, can I get some white grandkids? Like, my thing is, did he use the N-word? Yes. But you have to remember, Hulk Hogan he was 71 years old. So he comes from an era where that, at a particular time, that was kind of normal, right? That was kind of normal. So it's like, when you're dealing with a boomer, right? Somebody that's 71 years old, they come from a boomer era. So them saying the N, it's hard to believe that there's any type of Caucasians that come from the boomer era that never was using the N-word. So you have a blonde hair, blue-eyed, white daughter, and the first guy she's fucking with is a black. That's gotta hit you different. Bro, if I was a white guy, first guy you bring home, or I find out you're dating a black guy, bro, I'm gonna be terrified. Not scared, but terrified, like, damn, this shit really happened. Like, my daughter is just, damn, she's one of those. She's taking BBC. Damn. Terrified of what? Stereotypes? Bro, you guys have seen the AI stereotypes, or just the stereotypes, period. Single with a half black kid. So why blacks are pissed off is because Hulk Hogan was caught on a phone recording saying the N-word. There's another thing blacks basically got mad about because basically Hulk Hogan had a beer campaign. It was called like American Beer or something like that, right? So I guess there was a black girl who I guess was a part of it or something like that, and he didn't want her a part of the campaign. He kicked her off the boat or something like that and got a white girl. The thing about it is, if somebody black did the same thing, it would never be deemed racist. Let's just say if we switch the turntables. If it was a black dad on the phone and it was a black girl, she's like, Dad, I'm dating Robert, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's like, oh, hold on, who the fuck Robert? Well, you know, he's a cool white guy. I'm like, white boy? Hold on, you ain't bring no white boy to my motherfucking crib? The fuck did I raise your ass? I be fucking with no motherfucking white boys? That wouldn't have been deemed racist. And let's just say if it was a black beer campaign. And he was like, nah, I can't fuck with the snow bunnies. Nah, I need me one of them black queens on my boat. Saw a snow bunny, you gonna have to go. This a black brand. This grape soda brand? Nah, y'all ain't representing this type shit. Somebody get me a sister. That wouldn't have been deemed racist. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything is so ass backwards. And I know there's gonna be a lot of idiots talking about C-double-O, bootlicker, this and that, sellout, but I don't give a fuck. I'm calling a spade a spade. Every time somebody of a different ethnicity does something, it's deemed racist. But blacks, we're allowed to be the most racist on anything, and it's never deemed racist. It's deemed a joke, or we feel like we earned the right to talk shit about every ethnicity because we're black. When we know for a fact there's black parents out there that would tell their kids the same shit if they tried to bring home somebody white. You know for a fact. I remember even me growing up, that was one thing my mom used to tell me. She was like, I know you're not into black girls, you know, as much as you used to be or not anymore, but just please don't bring home a white girl. My mom used to say that shit. I'm like, why? The fuck? I'm like, what's wrong with that? She'd be like, just don't. I'm like, nah, bring home the fuck I want. The fuck? But anyways, that's why people are mad at Hulk Hogan. Well, blacks are mad at Hulk Hogan. And we have a couple of tweets and everything like that. Let's see how the blacks are basically rejoicing over somebody passing away. Because let's be real. One of the only ethnicities that will ignore all your accolades because you made a couple of mistakes and said a couple of things in the past or said one thing in the past and maybe didn't want somebody black on your campaign because blacks were entitled to everything on the planet. If you got a white brand, you must hire somebody black. I mean, you must hire somebody white. Excuse me. I said it right the first time. You must hire somebody black or you're racist. Which is why a lot of these companies got rid of DEI. Like, no, I don't want to forcefully have to hire certain individuals because of your skin color. I should be able to hire you based off of your credentials. My preference and your credentials, or whatever the hell. It's my prerogative. It's my company. So let's look at a couple of these things. There's a World Star Hip Hop video of some 4C fat rug basically going in on Hulk Hogan. Let's see what the fuck he has to say. Let me actually find the video. Let me see here. I can already imagine what it's gonna be. See, the real thing, what they gonna tell your ass for? Hulk Hogan will really rate the dough. The nigga done like. Alright. I'm gonna just let him do it. Hold on. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna post it at the bottom of the Discord reacts, and then I'll go into it. You said Myron, Vince, and Brooke commented on what exactly though? I'm sure Myron said some of the things I would have said, but I'm wondering what Vince said. He speaks a lot of truth, obviously. The fuck? You don't disagree with the fuck he talking about? Come on now.
Yeah, so Hulk Hogan.
Look, I never even watched the video, and I knew he was gonna sound like some fucking rug. 2 seconds in, I knew how the fuck he was gonna sound. I never seen this fucking video before. Hold on, let me see. Fuck is this? Okay. Alright, let's see what the fuck this rog has to say. So basically, he pulls up an old article from 2015. 10 years ago, alright? 10 fucking years ago. Where it says, Hulk Hogan fired from the WWE after reports of a racist rant. The wrestler has since apologized 8 years ago. I used offensive language during a conversation. It was unacceptable for me to have that offensive language, and there's no excuse for that. So the boomer apologized. Hulk Hogan's a boomer. He apologized, right? Let's see what the fuck this fucking rog with a texturizer is saying.
Passed this morning, 71 years old, cardiac arrest. And niggas immediately go to the timeline talking about rest in peace. I hope.
Wait, hold on. He might be on my side. Let's just see what he has to say.
You rotten in hell, you racist piece of shit, fuck you.
Are we gonna take all that bullshit out and alright, bet.
All this old crazy, hateful shit. So I asked myself, what the fuck did Hulk Hogan do that was so racist that you would wish a man rot in hell or rest in peace on the day he died? Fuck what he said, because we all say some racist shit. Even us niggas say racist shit. What did he do that was so racist that you would wish the worst on the man the day you die? Because guess what? Motherfucker, you gonna die too one day. And truth be told, do you want motherfuckers saying that shit about you? Because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Out of all the shit you wishing on him for what he said, I'm gonna be real. Nigga, I don't want my daughter dating no Peckerwood.
Exactly what the fuck I said. Blacks are getting mad because Hulk Hogan didn't want his daughter taking Zulu BBC. Fucking up the lineage. And I'm pretty sure Hulk Hogan strategically made sure he found a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman to procreate with. Of course I'm gonna be hot if you're trying to tarnish that shit by rog mixing.
Unless she got $100 million. So
The fuck I say? Same shit. I literally said that. I'm like, the only way a white dad wouldn't really care unless you had a crazy bag. Even then, they're still kind of like, well, I guess if he's going to the league, and he does play for the Buffalo Bills, and that is my favorite team, so. Alright, honey, if you're with it, then so am I. But, yeah, guess, we're gonna have to figure out something else to make besides casserole. I heard they like, barbecue ribs.
Can't get mad at him for saying he don't want his daughter dating no nigga unless it's $100
Oh my god, this dude had to say the N-word. Alright, anyways.
million nigga. Shit, I feel the same motherfucking way. So how am I gonna knock this man? At the end of the day, that's Hulk Hogan, bro. That's an American icon. And if you under 35, you really need to shut the fuck up anyway, because you didn't even get to experience Hulk Hogan. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
Alright, so let me look at some of these tweets. Like I said, when it comes to today's day and age, unfortunately, people are just gonna type anything on Twitter to go viral. So people are just making Hogan tweets for likes and retweets. Shant, do you have, not Shant, Rev, do you have like some of those tweets from Rugs? Look, it says Hogan did Black Twitter. Now this right here is exactly why Hulk Hogan did not want his daughter even dare slightly getting close to procreating with Rugs.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.
There's Hulk Hogan walking out Kobe Covington. He did die of cardiac arrest too. I mean, most wrestlers die from similar things. Here's a little news article on it. You saw Zach celebrating too, but they were Raw influence panders. I mean, yeah, the only way you're gonna... There's a lot of Caucasian people out there that for some reason think that they're gonna get good karma for taking up for Rogs. Let's be real.
TMZ is reporting wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at 71 years old.
Hold it.
Correspondent Jeff Paul is live with more on this, Jeff.
Yeah, Harrison, again, a TMZ Sports reporting wrestling legend Hulk Hogan has died at the age of 71 years old. This coming through just a few minutes ago about the death of this wrestling legend that really transcended the sport.
Wait, hold on. You said you're gonna get his daughter's cheeks? Post your Instagram. Let's see if you're capable. Let's see what you look like.
Really put WWF, eventually WWE on the map. Now, medics were reportedly dispatched to Hulk Hogan's Clearwater home early Thursday morning, with operators reportedly stating that he was in cardiac arrest. TMZ also reporting that a slew of police cars and EMTs were parked outside of Hogan's home, and the icon, as they put it, was carried on a stretcher and into an ambulance. Just a few weeks ago, Hogan's wife, according to TMZ, denied rumors that he was in a coma, stating that his heart was strong as he recovered from some surgeries. But certainly there have been some rumors about his declining health in recent weeks. He was born Carrie Jean Bolia in Augusta, Georgia. And again, it's really hard to put to words what he meant to sports, to celebrity, his signature blonde hair, his ripping of his shirt before a match. Truly one of the legends of the sports world and of the wrestling world. And we'll wait to hear more confirmation. But right now, again, TMZ reporting that Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71.
I mean, most wrestlers don't really live that long. So Hogan was he was around a long time. Go ahead and continue. Let me see if I can find any more of these posts. A Rog celebrating. I know I booked a couple. It says Black Twitter finding out Hulk Hogan passed. 29K likes. Rog celebrating per usual. Another Black. And so it's Hulk Hogan is dead. What are you having for lunch? It says Black, beautiful, blessed. Well, with tweets like this, for sure karma's gonna come for your ass. You're definitely not gonna be blessed after this. Bitch don't even have a real afro. That's even fake. My thing is this, how the fuck do you have a fake afro? Yeah, I'd be upset too. Let's see what else I got here. So here's Ric Flair basically, you know, kind of distraught over it. It's another guy that came up with him. So it looked like Ric Flair busted his head somewhere. But he's basically in tears about the news about Hulk Hogan passing.
People always wanted to paint us as enemies, but we were actually very, very close friends. And we kept it up with each other on a regular basis. So I just talked to Jimmy Hart yesterday, and he was fine. And to have this happen is just horrible.
How did you get the news? I'm so sorry, Rick. I am so sorry.
Oh, I've gotten it from everybody. I won't stop. We had magic. I mean, it wasn't like me and Steamboat, but we...
I mean, so basically Ric Flair, you know, he's still alive and kicking at the moment. Here's a clip for all the blacks that, for some reason, because a 71-year-old man said the N-word 10 years ago while he was on the phone with his daughter, expressing I guess she has a black boyfriend, which is every white father's worst nightmare for the most part. I guess if you said something 10 years ago, you're still racist 10 years later, and people don't learn lessons. Once we do something bad, we're the same person for life. Remember that, guys. Nobody could change. Nobody could get better. Nobody could realize that they said fuck things. Nobody could just, you know, we're just the same person for life. Exactly. People said it in 2015 because people always look for something negative. That's why. So Hulk Hogan's first reaction to Young Jeezy in 2006. This was obviously before the comment. He had to run it back 3 times. Now, let's just be real. If Hulk Hogan was racist, you think that a Klans member or something like that would have heard Young Jeezy? I was, man, what the fuck is this? Man, turn this motherfucking end off. I don't listen to rap. But look how Hulk Hogan basically responds to black music. He just couldn't believe how fire it was. Well, how fire he thought it
If
was.
a
I didn't
bunch
like
of
that
Zeks
song.
were saying rest in pass to Michael Jamal Wall, you know what Twitter would be up in arms.
Yeah, money's on the table, money's on the floor.
So much so that he started to memorize it. Jeezy the exception. That's what we going with. Let me see what you got for me in the com about it. So, Vince spoke on it. He says, "The world lost a treasure today. Hulk Hogan was the greatest WWE superstar of all time. Someone who was loved and admired around the world. He was a trailblazer. The first performer who transitioned from being a wrestling star into a global phenomenon. His grit." I'm about to fuck up my voice trying to talk like Vince. His grit and unbridled thirst for success were unparalleled. It made him consummate performer. It made him the consummate performer. He gave everything that he had to the audience, whom he appreciated, respected, and loved. He lives with us. One of the most favorite expressions. Train, take your vitamins, and say your prayers today. We pray for him. You know how Vince talks. But damn, I mean, you never know when your biological clock hits. You said you got the IG of the dude that said he was gonna smash her cheeks. Let's see. So you think a nigga like you is capable of fucking Brooke Hogan? Yo, pull up Brooke Hogan's Instagram. This nigga got Lil Wayne dreads. Let me get Brooke Hogan's Instagram. So for some reason, this nigga had the audacity to say that he could fuck this. Wait, hold on. She had a baby? Well, look, she did exactly what her dad wanted her to do. She married a white guy.
As together you build your future, and as you share your innermost secrets and dreams together. These are the hands will passionately love you, and will cherish you throughout the years.
She ended up marrying a Zach. She ended up having a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child, just like her dad wanted. Imagine you're a white guy, you go to your daughter's Instagram in the future. You see her Caucasian skin with blue eyes next to a non-rich. Let's just say, what's the guy from Get Out? We'll just say that, no, we'll just say Seal. Just next to a guy that looked like Seal. Doesn't play basketball, doesn't play football. Just a regular nigga working at Lockheed Martin. They're just head to head taking a picture. You can never call me again. But looks like she did exactly what her father wanted her to do. She got herself a white guy. This guy's a millionaire on top of that. So we got somebody else who's black, tried to shed negativity on something from 10 years ago, that was said 10 years ago. Says, I will always remember when Hulk Hogan's when Hulk Hogan's son killed someone while driving drunk, and the hunkster said his whole family would be reincarnated as black people as punishment. I mean, I don't remember that, but you said it was fake? I mean, we could look at the profile. Somebody with a black bull. Proud owner of a casino, whatever the fuck. Really don't own shit. But yeah. I mean, let's think about it. If you're not black, why would you want to be reincarnated into a nigga? Think about it for a second. Even if he did say that. You said it's a Casio watch? Of course. I mean, I'm a white guy. Reincarnation, I wake up black, I'm like, ah! Well, first I'm looking down. Give myself a few strokes, look around. My shit ain't growing, I'm like, ah! Stroking it, I don't got the BBC, I'm like, ah! I mean, the first thing I do, reincarnated as black with no BBC? Nah. That's just like being black and being reincarnated to something else. I'd be miserable. I lived a life as a black, now I gotta live my life as a Zach in the next reincarnation? Nah, I'd be upset. Nah, make me black every single fucking time. But anyways, there's one thing just to wrap this shit up. Well, actually, hold on, there's more. Let me see. Somebody said, wrestling legend Hulk Hogan dies. It says, whatever you think of Hogan, this is actually so cool.
No, let me tell you something, brother.
Oh, you know what? It probably would have mattered if the kid was black. I mean, so let's be honest. He's gonna do that to a white kid. Blacks aren't gonna accept it. Blah blah blah. Now, if the kid had 4C with a bandana on,
race mixing is
it'd be
superior
different.
though. Light skins always do better in life than their counterparts.
Yeah, but not every Caucasian father wants their fucking blonde hair, blue-eyed daughters to have mixed anthros. So regardless of what we think or know about science, that's different. So let me see. Where's the other post you got for me with Myron? So Myron on Hulk passing and black people celebrating his death, calling him racist. He says, "Get the fuck out of here, you. We was kings. You." All right, let's just let him say it.
When it comes to professional wrestling, literally, you can't talk about wrestling unless you're talking about Hulk Hogan, right? Like the guy was the face of the WWE. Well, back then it was called the WWF for years. Very tragic, man. Very, very tragic to see this happen. Anyone that's a wrestling fan knows who Hulk Hogan is. He is going to go down as a top 5 wrestler, in my opinion, ever. He's going to go down. You know, my favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hulk was a little bit before my era, but I will say he made a comeback in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, and then he was...
Yeah, with like WCW and shit like that. So even if he was like, Hulk Hogan was like my mom's era and shit, but he came back and he started a whole couple of different eras with the Wolfpack, NWO, and everything like that.
With WCW doing the NWO stuff for a while. He was one of the faces that made wrestling mainstream. Bro, you guys want to know how much Hulk Hogan transcended? My grandpa from Sudan loved wrestling, okay? And Hulk Hogan was his favorite guy. That's how much this dude fucking, like, transitioned all across the world towards people. I vividly remember as a child, I went to Sudan one time when I was a kid, and then my grandparents came and visited in the early 2000s. He would sit there, and he would watch classic old wrestling, and Hulk Hogan was his favorite guy. Some idiots in the chat are saying he's a racist lame. Hey, newsflash, nigga. Everybody's fucking racist.
Falcon punch!
Of course, there'll be some dumb monkeys in the chat saying some shit about, oh, he a racist lame.
Oh my god, you didn't have to say the M word. You can get your point across without saying the M word.
Get the fuck out of here, you Wee Whiz Kings ass nigga.
Nah, I don't be going this crazy. I ain't gonna call no niggas. I might say haram or something on some funny shit, but like I ain't gonna be serious about it. But alright. Yeah, that's kinda insane. Yeah, exactly, bruh. But yeah, so basically, man, Hulk Hogan has passed away, unfortunately. Definitely a legend in the game. 100% somebody who impacted wrestling on such an astronomical level, regardless of what he said 10 years ago when his daughter was almost on the cusp of taking BBC and having biracial anthropoids. It looks like she went the right way. Well, not the right way, but it looks like she went the way that her father wanted her to go, and she married a Caucasian millionaire. And like I said, we all make mistakes. Just because somebody says something 10 years ago, 5 years ago, doesn't mean they're the same person. I don't know if there's anybody here in this chat that feels like they're the same guy they were 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but that's unrealistic, because I know for a fact I'm not. And I don't consider Hulk Hogan a racist. I just consider him a boomer who said some racist shit at one particular time, but he's wrestled black people. He's done skits with black people. He's interacted with blacks. I don't think he was racist, man. I just think he had a slip up, and that basically was it. And people just kind of just casted him as a racist ever since 2015, especially when he wanted to market his beard company in a certain light, or maybe he didn't like, we don't know if he was racist against the black chick. Maybe he just didn't like her Timu. Maybe he didn't like her weave or braids. Maybe he didn't like her look. We don't know if he was racist, if it was any racism behind it. But unfortunately, per usual, when somebody dies and they say one bad thing about blacks, even if 20 years go by, you're gonna have a bunch of blacks on Twitter rejoicing over something that is ultimately going to happen to them or their family member. One of their family members are gonna pass. They're gonna pass. So when somebody, you know, would you like it if somebody says smoking on Grandma Jenkins? So it's just like, it had to be us to show the worst, and I mean the worst level of display. And people are acting like Hulk Hogan is just as bad or even equal. So what is his name? What's the guy's name again? Chris Benoit. They killed his whole fucking family. I'm seeing memes of them saying, oh, Chris Benoit is gonna see Hulk Hogan in hell. Like, we're going to hell for saying the N-word. Nah, I doubt it. Chris Benoit literally murdered his whole family in cold blood and calmed as well. Hulk Hogan is not equal for saying the N-word a couple of times on an outburst from 10 years ago. But let Rogues have it. They're gonna rejoice over anybody who dies that says anything bad about blacks. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I still consider him a legend. I'm not gonna be one of those niggas that are gonna jump on a bandwagon looking to go viral and being mad over something that somebody said 10 years ago, because me personally, I do believe that people can change unless you don't want to. You said Jimmy Snuka murdered his girl, yet they attacked Hogan? I'm not surprised. Swap guy, shut up for the 2 months.
LowTierRuckus.
Alright, what else is going on in news? Let me see what's up. So I'm ignore all the Hogan shit because we're done with it. This seems to be the, is this the TwitterCon? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna just go all the way down here. I'm gonna go to my shit. Just run through it. Sir Hogan shut up for the 11 months. I mean, look at me. I said something in 2020. And the FG corny. You know what I'm saying? Still has me banned. Over something I said 5 years ago. So if anybody knows how it feels, it's definitely me. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it here and we got my shit here. Yeah, FGC is corny anyway. I don't mean shit anymore. It's literally useless and pointless. Give two fucks about going to some fucking event and playing video games. Trust and believe. Alright, so I'm gonna just kind of scan through this. Be quiet, dude. Stop! Get off! Get away from my chair. Get out of here. Alright, so we got a black here. NYCYN caught on ring cam taking a bottle of Don Roggio out of the public trash can to flex for the gram. So the Rog is walking past the garbage.
We got a little done.
Sees an empty bottle of Don Roggio. Takes a pic like he was the one drinking it. He like, hold on, twin, this shit really, man, I'm gonna make these niggas think, living it up, gang. Bro, these niggas gonna, when they see a whole bottle of this shit, these niggas gonna be mad as a motherfucker, though. Blink, blink, I bet.
Julio, I just need a dime, Julio.
Get out here.
Julio, why you on my body? Cause I got the done. She just wanna smoke cause she wanna body.
Get out of here, nigga. Get out, get out, get out of here, get out of here. Did I say you to come here? Get out. Get out. Get out, get out, get out. Robot shut up for the 3 months. Alright, so a photo of Toronto rapper top 5 scar surfaces. So it looked like they tried to slice him from neck to chin. He said London was soft. He said what? He said he's soft. Nigga said UK was soft. Now every time you look in the mirror, he's reminded. This nigga's lucky to be alive. To be honest, that's why you can't go to these people's regions and be dissing them like that, man. You gotta show respect when you go to people's area. You gotta show respect. There's gangsters everywhere. There's people who do crazy shit everywhere. Alright, I don't give a fuck about that. So Sky News, Tom, whatever the fuck his name is, spoke with a woman from a self-declared white-only town in rural Arkansas, where the residents met on Twitter and decided to start a town where it's white-only. They don't want any Rogs, no YNs, no niggas looking at Don Roggio bottles in the trash can, taking Instagram photos, so on and so forth.
NIKI, I'm 32. I'm a lady.
This is Return to the Land, a group of millennials who organised online to build something radical and controversial. A town for white people only, that they insist is completely legal. We spent several days with them, watching as the men set about the physical labour of building out the site. All the while, the women of the group took on the more typically trad, homesteading type roles.
I guess I found the people through Twitter that ended up starting this project, actually spearheading it, and I went out to the first April event last year, and it was really fun.
The sort of white-only aspect of this, how important is that to you guys?
Given the premise that it's something that is kind of off limits for whites, but is okay by implication for other groups, I do feel it's necessary to carve that out, and you kind of have to do it yourself. It's kind of like, if we don't do this, the laws are only getting worse as far as freedom of association goes, so...
She's like, if you go on Twitter every day, there's literally Rogs robbing, stealing, killing. They're going crazy at McDonald's. You know, they're going in Popeye's chicken. You can't even order a biscuit with a couple of pieces of chicken without somebody throwing juice, without somebody going crazy. Why the fuck would I want to live there? You just live in a spot where the average nigga can't afford to live. That's what I'm doing. If I see you a black in my area, I already know you're situated and got paper. Ain't no average blacks living over here.
So it's kind of like we have to do this, or there might come a time where it's not possible to.
Are you guys aware, sort of, people are going to be watching, it's going to be controversial?
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
You know what, you're right. We are only 13% of the population, but that spreads a lot. It only takes like 5 black families to move into an area before it's rogged and fucked up.
Well, that we hate everyone else. Yeah, it's not
about that.
Yeah, it's a loving movement.
I mean, on that aspect of it being loving, I suppose the counter-argument would be, you could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do, and I think that's great for them.
She's like, they already do, and they fuck it up. They graffiti it up, they do shootouts, they steal from the local grocery stores, they tear up everything. So it's like, we decided to carve out a section of, Arkansas for ourselves.
It's like, if other people are allowed to do it, I don't really see why whites aren't allowed to do it. It doesn't make any sense. So it's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
The leader, Eric Orwell, wants the community to grow, and further what he calls traditional white American culture. And the group is explicit about this. It has an online fundraiser to give cash rewards to parents of newborns as a means to incentivize population growth. Just before we arrived, they donated $1,000 to a family for having their 6th child. Is that part of the mission as well, to sort of have big families to make the community bigger? Is there a sort of pressure there?
I don't feel particularly myself, I don't feel any pressure to have a big family. I think there's a kind of expectation here that you do want to, as part of helping grow this thing, that you're going to have kids.
So just because it's a white-only town doesn't mean the pH levels are not confident. They got showers and houses and shit. They act like they're bathing in creeks and stuff. But, I mean, hey, if that's what Zacks and Ice Wardens and Ice Queens and shit want to do, and Ice Maidens and shit, so be it. We have black areas. So, I mean, shit, blacks could do the same thing. We could buy out a big chunk of Georgia and just call it Magic City, the city. Get it? Magic City, the city. Just call it Magic City. That'd be the most fucked up place you could live in. Burglaries, robberies, I just said that because I had to double back it. R's, drive-bys. You already know what happens when there's too many rogs in one area. The property value goes down. Just look around. And we're talking about rogs, not every black. We're talking about rogs. We're talking about rogs. Get it? Not just every black. We're talking about rogs. Any rog-infested area is always ran down and fucked up. You can't show me a place that's not.